How do you go from zero to hero as a man in 2025 and in today's challenging society and climate that we live in today, right? How do you get that car? I've worked so hard for that car. Twice in my life, I have a C63S AMG. So I know that as a fellow brother and observing society and the decline of the modern day era that we're in today, the one thing that I can control personally as a man is my conditioning, my relationship with myself, my inside, right? My spirit, including my mental health. These things are very important. We talk about the male loneliness epidemic today. It is true, partially because you're only as faithful, loyal, and attentive as your options are. And for some, if not most men, we don't have even a option when it comes to our romantic life and just coming from a place of abundance rather than neediness. Right before shooting this video, I worked out. I did my weight training session. I have a little gym in my apartment complex, in my own living room, actually. So right before the Warriors and the Rockets game 7 today, I put in the work. And early in the day, I came and did about 4,000 to 5,000 steps. Why am I telling you this story? I am trying to live up to that living, breathing example of what I would personally like to see a man doing, not just sitting down and preaching. Most of my videos, as you will see on this channel, entail me walking and talking. Part of the self-improvement journey entails you doing exactly this. I choose to document my life as much as I can and share my testimonials through walking. This is a byproduct, endurance, cardio, right? So, as a man today, I think it's very easy to show up. Very easy to show up and go from zero to hero and become the MVP of your life. Start walking. Very simple. Start walking every single day and you'll become dangerous. You may not get a six pack. In fact, you won't get a six pack overnight. You won't get a four pack. What's going to happen? You're going to start cultivating this. This is your bank account. And as we all know, the mind is the greatest weapon. A lot of us are simply sitting upon brilliant ideas, and I wish I could, and if only. A lot of us are living with that hope strategy. If only I could, I hope. And we are stuck in this endless cycle of looping and ruminating about your past. What was once upon a time? And you clearly know that the separation, right, between all of this noise that's going on in your head versus taking action is literally you getting up. Let me simplify this. You getting up and walking, okay? Taking your first few 500 steps to 1,000 steps and going from hating your life to loving your life. Hating your life to loving your life. You have to love yourself first before you can make room for anyone to join the ride, to anyone to joining your path that you're on. I didn't realize that I walked right into a church service. Boy, if that wasn't a sign, this is crazy. I'm doing the Lord's work and I'm documenting it. Right? So that's your walking motivation there. Now, how many of you guys are drinking enough water, right? Versus just opening up the refrigerator and downing that Coke with like 50 grams of sugar, if not more. Orange juice, breakfast is the most important day of the meal, which is absolutely false. I know that when you look at your gut in the mirror, you look at your pot belly, you're not happy, bro. You don't want that mediocre, you know, night in, night out. You're going to the bar, drinking beers, putting it down, numbing your pain. That belly of yours is just getting distended by the day. And the best version of you that's living right now within you, inside you, that spirit is withering away. You are moving further and further away from your goals. The best, practical ways to get fit, I'm giving it to you as a 49-year-old man. Right here. Those are two things. Start walking and drinking enough water. You just become dangerous, man. Here. What does water do for you? What does water do for you? It improves digestion. It flushes out the toxins. It prevents you from overeating. Hydration gives you good skin. The third thing is try to do push-ups, pull-ups, dips. Now, why did I say it in this order, in those three routines? Is because you don't need a gym for that. You could go to a kid's park, find like a bench, the general equipment. You can knock out dips on those, what they call it, the monkey bar. Pull-ups on the monkey bar. There's not a whole lot of equipment you need, and if you want to find excuses, you can find plenty. And my goal is to eliminate those excuses for you. We all do it. We all procrastinate. Like I procrastinated coming out and shooting the next batch of videos, and I'm glad I did. Right after my training, I'm back out walking again, absorbing what nature has to offer. Your body composition will change over time. And again, folks, we're all looking for the shortcut. This is not a shortcut. This is all a compounding blueprint. And the thing is that the good news is that once you do enough of it, these things that I'm telling you, it compounds. There's consistency, the power of consistency. And one day, you will be unrecognizable because to someone else out there, it's going to look like overnight success. Like you are going to look and appear as a final product to someone else. The two other things I want to mention to you, and I think this is a game changer for me, is intermittent fasting, which is eat, stop, eat, stop, stop, eat, stop, eat, stop, time restricted eating, feeding, right? Typically, anywhere from when you wake up, you don't eat for about a total of 14 to 16 hours. That's the basic fasting window. 16 hours typically is where the magic starts to happen. So you fast for 16 hours, and then you eat your meals in 8 hours, which is plenty of time, guys. I tend to fast most days 18 hours. For me, it's easy, maybe 20 hours. And I can eat most of my meals within a 2-3 hour window. That's it. And yes, that includes getting all my protein. And the other one is incorporating a carnivore diet lifestyle. I am not always on a carnivore diet. Let me get that straight. But when I need to dial in and when I fall off, I go right into a carnivore life. And what is carnivore? Meaning that you're mostly eating meat. And should you need to make up and have cravings for other vitamins and nutrients, veggies as such, you can incorporate lightly sauteed vegetables into your diet, into your carnivore meat, your meat products basically. If you incorporate all of those things that I just said, what you've heard thus far, you are going to see massive changes in your body. And you can take this as fast as you would like to go with it, or as slow as you want, depending on your goals. Typically, with the combination of intermittent fasting, drinking a gallon of water every single day, incorporating resistance training, 10,000 steps, and a carnivore diet, as well as adhering to a good sleep routine. These are the basic essentials and fundamentals to just living a healthy lifestyle. These are the basics. And we, as men, have drifted so far off the kilter, the measuring stick. It's a shame that most of us are out of shape. Most are out of shape. And while on one hand, I am seeing the self-improvement space, rise in terms of representation there, I still think there's a lot of men out there, whether you're in a corporate space, corporate America, family man, father, single man, divorced, no matter what stage you are, going through the ringer in life. Most oftentimes, you're fighting a battle as a man, right? It just fails to amaze me that we put our health on the back burner. We always end up substituting and putting all other priorities and problems ahead of our health, not realizing that we need our health first and foremost. This not only makes you dangerous, but your mind becomes an asset. You become more capable. You're awake, right? Not woke, you're awake, very conscious. And I think if you were to get back on track today, the fast track, right, to becoming a better man, not just taking care of yourself, but you can be able to take care of others and your loved ones as a byproduct. You should be capable as a man, right? Looking out for yourself as a byproduct, looking out for others. There's other things involved that I'm involved in, such as martial arts and sports, soccer, and all of that stuff. That's something I grew up with, right? Those are gravy for what I do. Those are additives, nice to haves. Those are not must haves, right? What I gave you is not a secret. What I gave you is all over the internet. Okay? That's how you go from zero to hero. Not just in 2025, in any given year, anywhere, any place, anytime. That's the way to fast track yourself and position yourself into a better space and a frame of mind. Till the next video, I'm gonna call it here. Hopefully this was helpful. You found a lot of value from this. Until we meet again, I'm gonna jump onto the next topic. Take care of yourselves. Mama out.